Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently slightly worried about India here creeping all the way over here. We need a buffer state of Gera, and we are absolutely going to be going for that. They're currently fighting Bactria. Okay, I don't really care about that, to be honest. I would like to declare on them. We don't have a CB, and so we're going to need to get one. So we're going to fabricate one immediately. And that's going to be a claim on something. They're in an alliance with Dur and with Central Oman, which is fine. I'm really not too concerned about that. We'll just get a province on, or a claim on some province, and that will be wonderful. So these guys, they're going to continue building roads for a little while here. This isn't actually going to take all that long for that to get done. And we're going to want to let our aggressive expansion drop for a while. So how long before this claim is going to be done? 2 years. Okay, that's a good time frame. I'm pretty okay with that. Do we want slave amnesty? It's fine. We can show leniency. Cool. So in 2 years, this road should all be completed. No problem there. We can definitely continue to spend down our gold in some locations. We'll see where we actually can. Yeah, this is a good spot too. So we can definitely spend a forum. We can put in a Freeman district. And then we would put in a tax office. Wonderful. Because, you know, we need more gold. That's definitely a thing that we need. We need it so badly. No, we have a hard time spending the gold that's coming in to a certain extent. And that problem's going to get worse. So that's good to know. For now, we can continue working on some of these cities up over here. Yeah, we can certainly put in a tavern. We can put in a couple of forums here. One more forum would be too expensive, right? Yeah, we needed to wait for that month tick. There we go. So that should be good. There's our money spent for now. So we will be very delighted to... Why are these at 25k? But these are at 26k. Something's wrong here. Well, there's a problem. Okay, so we can get 4 units, but we're only going to get a cohort of heavy infantry and archers. Now, we might want to consider bumping up our number of supply trains and engineers. We can get 3 in total. So I think that's not a bad idea, to be honest. You know, we'll take half of the gold and get the loyalty. That's okay. I'd like to be able to bring this up by 4 in total from here, but we're just going to be able to do this for now. And then in the other legion, we can only put in 1 cohort of supply train. I would like to bring up our number of engineers as well, but we're going to have to wait for our potential strengths to go up. So that is fine. Let's check in over, I guess in the Nile Delta. There might be something to be done here. I guess we could put in a library here. Overall, there's not a lot to be done, though. A tax office here seems decent. Oh, there's a couple of buildings to put in here. A pair of tax offices. Sure. But overall, there's not a whole lot going on over here. So this is set up as a research city. We should definitely put in a pair of academies there. This is too disloyal. Okay. Well, we can check through our Judean territories. There might be some cities up here that need buildings, but to be honest, the vast majority of these, they're to the point where they're not going to grow too much more without significant additional population. Although, Jerusalem, we can definitely get a pair of libraries in there. Cool. We could put a library into Yerho as well. I like it. This one is set up... Yeah, we need a pair of Freeman districts here. Okay. This is, of course, where our core research territory is. So that is definitely something to think about. We can put in a Freeman district here. This location is research. We can put in a little bit of research here. That was quite a lagged spike there. Okay. Something was being calculated. Presumably some sort of a peace deal or something. Okay, this is going to be a tax office here. We would certainly be interested in putting in a library here. This is a city, so we can grab actually 2 tax offices, really. Yeah, 2 tax offices. Okay, we'll take it. That is wonderful. Now, we've got some territories up over here that we did not control until recently. So this city here, it produces dates. And it's kind of all over the place, as is often the case with cities we just took over. Gonna get rid of the shrines, gonna get rid of the courts of law, gonna get rid of the aqueducts and the citizen districts. We are going to put in a foundry. That's the expensive one, of course. And then we're going to put in a mill. Now, we're going to have to be a little concerned about the rest of our mill, or the rest of our constructions here, because we don't want to spend too much gold and get our road built interrupted. But we can probably get another one going here. Yep, that looks good. And now we need to get some additional cash coming in for these slave traders. So we'll be able to build one of these. And then we'll have to come back. Okay, how are we doing on our road construction? Oh, this is almost done. Beautiful. So that'll be done very, very soon. Let's hop up over this direction and grab Tadmar. I want to continue to work on this. So a slave trader here. And can we actually colonize? Oh, we can. Do it. Get that going. We also have a starving pop out over here. Okay. I mean, we have a slave estate here that produces leather. This state does not produce food generally. We've got wild game, but it doesn't produce food on its own. I'm going to make a religious endowment, or not a religious endowment. I'm going to make a business investment here. And that'll get us a trade route. Now, this is probably going to start going up on its own eventually anyway, but that's fine. So we need a governor for Arabia Felix. We also have a scorned family. We've got this 4th Navy down here, and we can put a scorned family member into that temporarily anyway. Okay. So that seems relatively fine. We do have low food supply only out over here. So we'll see if that starts going positive again by the time this finishes up, but it may or may not. Okay, so we do have some gold. I'd like to come up over this direction. We really probably shouldn't trust this guy. Include all officers, please. Okay. So I want to put in a slave trader here, and then we're going to need to put in a tavern. And now that we just got another month tick, we can get another tavern there. We've already got 3 forums. So we're going to need to build 3 freeman districts over here. I'm going to build 1, and then we're going to hop down over this way. We should be just about done with this road construction. That looks perfect. There we go. So we're going to exit road build mode, and we're going to come down over here. So all of this territory has road built in it. We already built road up in Arados, so there should be nothing needing to be done there, in theory. I'm wondering about, like, defenses along this border, because I was thinking about eliminating these forts, and then I'm like, well, they could come straight down this direction and make a run at our capital. That's a theoretical problem. So that's definitely noted. Let's put in an additional Freeman district, and in fact, 2. That is going to cap out that city. Fantastic. So back down in Eastern Desert, we can see this is growing in food now, even without this import trade route, so that is fine. We're going to leave that be. Now, we can see we are almost done with our claim fabrication on Gera, so that is noted. I'm going to embark this army, and we're going to sail them all the way up to here. These guys are going to stop drilling. I'm thinking about other routes here, because we'll be at war with all of this. Yeah. I'm thinking these guys are going to come down over this way. Drop off at this port. This is True Ocean out over here, so we would be better off walking on our road out here. These guys would position somewhere up in, like, Bira. And then we would hire perhaps 2 merc forces. One to go here and one to go here. Or just raise levies. That's also an option. As long as the levies are sufficiently large, that's probably the better way to go. So this would be like the Arabian levy and the Puntic levy. Yeah, that seems good. Okay, I'm going to raise this one, and I'm going to raise this one. Then, we're going to have those two levies. So the levy of Punt is down here right now. I'm going to send that up over here. And then the levy of Arabia is going to be... Or actually, this is the levy of Canaan. Did I click on the wrong one? I think I did. I meant to do Arabia. Okay, there we go. So the levy of Arabia is now raised, and they would come out over here. Something like that. So we're going to get our units into position for these last couple of days here. So yeah, we've got like we've got like 2 months. That's fine. We did just lose a researcher, and a new civic advancer here would be good. This guy is the way to go. Okay, so that seems great. So eventually our forces will get into position. I'm actually going to have these guys come out here. And let's have you deposit... I want to grab the fleet. Let's have you deposit them right here instead. Just a slight redirection here. Okay, our commercial ventures in Eastern Desert have finished. That is good. And we're going to walk up over this way. Now, we're not going to declare this war instantly because our forces aren't exactly in position yet, right? So that is definitely... Okay, these guys splintered into numerous subclans. Good for them. Okay, so we have a claim on Gera now. We are not ready to attack them just yet. I am interested in coming over to Saloy here. How much more can we gain this? Not a lot. Let's just send them a gift. That'll be fine. And then we're going to start integrating them. And we're probably not going to do that. No, I don't want to do that right now. We're probably not going to integrate these guys just yet. Well, actually, it's fine. Let's send them a gift and boost that up. We're not going to have the opinion just yet, but we'll have that fairly soon. So, Saloy's opinion, of course, we want to start integrating. There we go. And that'll be done eventually. So all 4 of these, or actually all 5 of these, are integrating. That looks good. And I want you guys to move all the way through here. We already preemptively built a road for this, so that'll be fine. How are we doing down here? Yeah, we'll be here fairly soon. It looks like we don't have road built up here. Okay, we could build a road on the way up. It's an option. I don't know that it's a good option. We don't really need the prestige here. We're going to have to do that eventually anyway, but sure. Okay, so, I mean, are we actually all that concerned about the road build up here? I mean, eventually we do want it, for sure. So let's just get in position here. I'm going to put these guys on to build road, and they're just going to build a road up like that. Is this unclaimed? Okay, kind of wild. But sure. So we're going to head right on up through here. And eventually we will arrive. Eventually. But do we want to wait on it? What's the status of their war? Over. Okay. So they are no longer at war. They still have their alliance with Dur and Central Oman. So where is Dur at? Ah, that's them down here. Okay. Noted. Well, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. I think we should declare this war. We're currently at 16.82. So Bactria would come in on this. Hang on. Do we care? Not really. Their client state of Gera. Okay. Very awkward. We don't really care about Bactria, so I think that we just declare this. Yeah, do it. So that's, of course, going to reduce the amount of aggressive expansion that we lose, and that is fine. So we're going to come in over this way, and we're going to invade here as well. We're going to invade down here, start up a siege there. And then these guys, once they get their road built, are going to start up an invasion over here. That will take them some time. And that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to need to push down over this direction. Yeah, these sieges are going to take a little bit for sure. The question is, how much can we actually get out of this? What is our overall goal? Well, ideally, and I don't think this is going to happen, ideally, Gera becomes a tributary, or actually becomes a client state of Israel, which isn't even an option right now. So we might have to carve them down a little bit first. And take some of their territory, or take some of their friends, I should say. Central Omana and Dur becoming our client states would be good. We would definitely be interested in both of those. They're going to run into our road builders. They don't know that we're here, but we are. And they're currently up over this direction, sieging this fort. That is understood. We have finished up here. We should probably go up after their capital. So we can just hit here and then hit their capital, would be the idea. Okay, 7% here. Excellent. They've decided they don't like our road builders down here. We did get a bountiful harvest, and we are going to take the stability. Thank you very much. We do want to get a new Rab Kohanim, and we're going to need a scorned family member for that, ideally. This guy will do. Excellent. So that is all looking good. I do want to go deal with these guys. Hopefully this siege will end well before these end. That would be nice. We've also not built a little bit of road here. That's noted. But yeah, I think we're going to have to carve into these guys, take a couple of their vassals as our own vassals, and then we'll need to, next war, vassalize Gera, is the way that that's going to go, I think. So let's see. Yeah, this should be where that fort is. Yes. Excellent. So we finished the siege. I want to head up over here. Awkward path thing, but I guess it's because of the road. It'll get us there a little faster. Sure. That seems fine. So how are we doing down here? Well, we're still building this road. It's more expensive, probably because we're at war. $37.50. Oh, this is a levy. That's probably what's going on. Okay, that's fine. So this fort will fall eventually. And we're definitely going to get here in time to relieve this fort. So that is great. Now, really, again, we're not terribly scared of India. It's just that they would have a lot of little armies that we would rather not deal with, right? We just won this siege, though. And these guys, that's interesting. They're going to arrive down here on 12 December. They're going to be locked in very shortly. I'm going to let them lock in. And now we're going to move in and fight them there. Okay, so that looks great. This siege is going to happen eventually. And yeah, we've pushed through here. That looks good. And I want to head down this way. Okay. Our last road is almost completed down here at long last. There we go. We won that battle, no problem. This road will be completed shortly. As of now. Okay. You can exit road build and start actually doing things that are useful. Beautiful. So we've captured here, and I want to continue to push down into Mesopotamia. This all looks great for now. This war is going swimmingly. These guys are done here, and I'm thinking about having them come out over this way. We've kind of cut the enemy in half-ish here. Not exactly half, but kind of half. Most of their stuff is up here, right? So that is understood. We are going to need eventually to come down and take this settlement. For now, though, I'm interested in just taking these capitals and getting some auto-capping going. So that seems wonderful. I don't think we're actually going to get this anytime soon. I think we'll just leave this be, actually, and head up over like that. And then these guys can just head to Vatu. Wonderful. Now, ticking is currently against us because of Aramea, which is this province. Okay. So that is the province that we need to control this fort from. So that sounds good. Let's get going on that. There's a 14k stack here. Not too concerned about it. Their armies haven't been very threatening. And keep in mind, this is just a fraction of the force generation that we can do. Okay. So there's this battle happening over here that's going to be lost. This is Upper Egypt. I honestly don't know why they even bothered showing up. They shouldn't have. We're going to grab here and get that all auto-capped. That'll be wonderful. There we go. New ways of thinking emerging, huh? Sure. Okay, so we are victorious down over here, which was fully expected. And how are these sieges going? Well, they'll end eventually, is the best way to put it. So we're going to take this territory. I'd love to get Central Omana out of the war, so let's head up over here and get this siege dealt with. This is in Gera. Okay. There's a lot of unoccupied territory down over here. That is certainly noted. Okay, so we should probably go deal with this 14k stack. There's also a 16k stack here that I would like to eliminate. So let's fight them here before they have a chance to group up. Cool. So that'll be no problem. We'll kick them out of here. There we go. And then these guys... Well, we want to come down and fight this 12k stack. That 2k stack probably going to stack wipe. Beautiful. So the 2k stack does indeed stack wipe. I would love to get this fort down. That would get us ticking war score on our side. Okay. So we won this battle as well. Let's head up over this direction. This siege going slowly. So is this one, for that matter. Okay. So we're at 21% here. I'm hoping that it falls here, and it did. That's very good. I want these guys to come in and relieve this levy force that is currently struggling with this siege. It's not ideal for them, right? They definitely are not well suited for sieging because I think they're lacking significant engineers. Yeah, they are. They definitely are. So we're going to relieve them, and we're going to move this army in. I'm noting these guys up here being absolute jerks. So we're going to have to do something with that. Okay. Let's head up over here. We can take this siege over. No problem. Cool. So this is going to fall. That is fine. We're going to head up over that direction next. I wouldn't mind perhaps splitting this force in half and starting up another siege up over here. So let's go do that for now. And then we've got this 9k stack here, right? And the 9k stack, they look like they're planning on sieging this fort, which I don't think is going to go well for them. We have a military tradition that we can grab, and that'll be fine. Let's grab a maritime tradition. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so we see that Gera has an 8.7k force here and a 10.3k force here. We actually need to group these back together then. We can't split these. Noted. Well, they're grouped back together now. That'll be fine. And we won the battle up over here, which was fully expected. We're going to go cap that back. This is currently occupied by Kangavar. Rude. That's very rude. Okay. So barbarians have risen up over here. I'm not too concerned about that. We also just won a siege, and that siege was right here. So that frees up this force. That's a very big deal. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see how much we end up getting out of this. These guys coattailing us is very rude. We'll see what happens. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy Magar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Hero Marutsu, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.